On this episode of All Mods 10, we automate Powah crafting with applied energistics and upgrade our power generation. Then we set up a very simple hostile neural network setup and upgrade our storage with bulk storage cells. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. As you could tell, there was a long period of time where I didn't upload anything. That's because I wasn't home. I was away on vacation in Africa for about a month, but I had a good trip. I went on a safari in Kenya for a week. Then the rest of the trip was spent in South Africa, where I kite surfed, basically did sightseeing and hiking through South Africa, and then drove around the garden route and explored the southern tip of Africa. So that was a lot of fun, but now I'm back and it's time to continue with these videos. I don't really have a plan for today. I just wanted to jump in and get my bearings again and just kind of figure it out as we go. There were some changes. There were about 10 updates that were done while I was away. One of the main things is some of our potion abilities have been capped. So if we go over here and take a look at our pylon, you can see our oak skin is capped at level 4. And our strength is, this is strength, right? Yeah, strength is capped at level 4. So we're no longer invincible and don't hit nearly as hard. But we'll have to figure out alternate ways of becoming overpowered again, which is no problem. Something else that happened is, as I updated, everything in my curios got deleted. So I went ahead and made another wireless terminal and put another link, quantum link bridge thing inside of the quantum ring. So we'll kind of add the other stuff. I don't remember what I had, but we do need some food. But some what did we have for food? I have some fish. Do we have steak? Beef? We have lots of beef. So the other thing I wanted to mention was that last episode, episode 11, was recorded before I went on my trip, but I didn't have enough time to edit that before I left, so I edited it after I came back, which actually ended up being kind of nice because it gave me an idea of where we left off, and that was where we just set up our quantum computer and wannabes. So if we check over here, we should be getting nether stars. Wow, we have lots of nether stars and lots of piglet charts. So things are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at our power down here. I think actually our power is still at our old base location. There's nothing here, right? Yeah. We will end up using this area soon, but we're not quite ready yet. Let's go to our old base location. Aha, so this is all we have right now. So we're producing a very limited amount of power. We're gonna have to leave this here for now and go back home. Unknown destination. At least our wife is still here. She's still named Miss Sunday. We'll set home here again. I don't know what else has broken since updating, but hopefully not a lot more. Okay, we want to automate Powah and then get more thermo generators set up. So I'm going to do that by making another wireless connector. And when you make one, it makes a set. We'll need the setup kit. We'll need a pattern provider. Let's use the extended one. Okay, and we'll put that right here with an advanced cable. Oh no, I don't have a magnet either. And we'll put that guy over there. Okay, so pick up to inventory. For now, we'll just set this up over here. Then we can move it somewhere else. So we will set up the wireless connector here, pattern provider there, and then we also need to get importer. Looks cable. And how about a stone facade? Okay, so these two are connected now, and this pattern provider is now connected to our system because of the wireless connectors. Then we put the pattern provider there. Or I'm sorry, not the pattern provider, the import bus. And we can put a cable down there, cover it with the facade. And this is our energizing orb automated. So we can go back up here and make some patterns. For example, if I want nitro crystals, this is what we need. How do I want to set this up? Let's just do this for now. So that'll go in there, and then we want our orb. And the redstone as well, right? I'll do this for now, and soon we're going to get rid of all of these because we'll set up a compacting bulk storage cells. Okay, so if we look at nitro, oh, we have a bunch. I don't know from what. Maybe I made them manually. So if you want 200, it's going to go ahead and make those. This needs to be set in blocking mode. Okay, Now it's working. And we'll use some acceleration cards for this. It's smart enough not to pick up things while they're being charged, which is nice. This, I believe Powah and Applied Energistics are the same mod authors. So it's both made by the same team, which is why they work well together. Okay, so while that's going, let's go ahead and set up patterns for the nitro thermo generators. That starts out with the basic ones. Powah has a lot of microcraft, so I'm going to set up a bunch of these recipes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am just finishing some more crafts. I think that's everything. So if we can cancel this. Okay, so we want nitro thermos. Let's say we want 10 of those. I should have everything. Voila. So we got 10. And we will look for Super Factory Manager. And we'll make a new disk. Okay, let's set those up down here. We also need the tank with soul lava. This looks like it's out of our chunk. We'll load that as well and set it up here temporarily. So we'll do 2 rows of 5. You can set them right next to each other with Super Factory Manager, but then you'd have to put the inventory cables on top, so I prefer doing it this way. Okay, we need a sink. And the cables can go there. The sink can go there. And we need a nitro and ender cell. We can put that over here. Okay. And then our manager block just set over here. So we'll name this thermo power gen. Every tick do input FE from thermo output FE to enter cell. It has been so long since I've done this. I feel even rusty with Super Factory Manager, which is funny. And then we'll do the fluid also. So we'll input fluid from sink and output it to thermo. Okay. And each of these are making 31,500 FE per tick times 10. So that is 315,000 FE per tick. So that will be a nice upgrade. And now we can go back to our other base and clear out those other ones. And we can clear the chunk load. Okay, so we no longer have any use for anything here. And we can break the waste down. And go home. Alrighty, those can all go. I'll change the sink so it looks pretty. And we'll upgrade this one to a nitro version. Same deal, we'll put this one there and we'll add it as a secondary thing. Just not there. And this will make sure that the ender cell gets filled first before any power goes to the player transmitter. The sink will get replaced. And we take the gun. And this is also filling up with power. Okay, that is set up. Let's take a look at our blaze rod situation. I'm thinking of just putting... Whoa, what's going on? That was weird. I was stuck moving. Blaze rods. I don't think we have anything set up for blazes. We do have a data model. So we could set up hostile neural network. Let's do that. Have some things. And how about pearls? We can set up the Enderman too. So since I have the stuff downstairs already, we can go ahead and set up down there. Since I have wireless set up down there. So let's make another one of these. So we can hook up to this. Oh, you know what? We also want... We'll just use an undercell for now. And we can set that in the wall. So there's the undercell and the factory manager. So I wonder. this. I'm going to use this instead. At some point we had it set up, so we're going to set it up again. Here are the simulation chambers, loop fabricator, the cube. We don't have a barrel. Instead of the barrel, we'll use an interface. And the interface will go here, which will host a crafting card. And these guys. Oops. You want to keep 64 in there. I need to set up the pattern for that. Does that require like so? Okay, so if I take that out, another 64 be made. Now let's edit this code. So it's going to take FE from, we'll call it the cube, the prediction matrix from interface, and this will put it to the interface and interface. Silly mistake. Super Factory Manager is not wireless. So now this should be working. So we're getting ender pearls as well as blaze rods. That will go in here. I'll have to set that up. And we'll clear the other labels. We'll also clear these guys. Okay, this should be working. So there's the blaze prediction. We want ender pearls and blaze rods. So you'll see those will pop in here and go into our system. That is set up. And next, let's deal with, so those things are right now going into our cells, and I don't want our cells to get overwhelmed with things we have auto crafting. So let's make some bulk storage cells, and we'll start with 20. Don't have enough redstone. How about 10? And we also want the compression modules, or we need a decompression module, which I think I already have. Do I have anything down here? No. These guys are all going. Why is this one taking so long? Ah, it's waiting on that. The way this works is each one stores an infinite amount of a single item. It's basically like a storage drawer that, you know, is infinitely upgraded. So, but we can put that in our drives. And everything for our bees, for example, that are coming in, like all these items, we can set inside of those cells. If we put a compression module on there, this one, it will compress it up. So if we put, let's say, diamonds in there, it'll go from diamonds to diamond blocks to times 2 diamond blocks times 3 times 4, so on and so forth. And with a decompression module, your system will be able to uncompress them from however high it is down to whatever it needs. So instead of having to make recipes for blocks, ingots, and all those things, we just set it up with the compression module, and that way it'll be able to handle all those crafts. And then once we have that set up, we can start importing different things from in here that we want to keep in our system, like the logs, like all these ingots, nether stars. And the way we'll do that is by having an interface here, and we'll just directly input into the interface. So let's take a look back here. We have a wireless connector with the storage bus. And then we'll also make FE cells, and an interface can hold onto FE power. And so instead of having the ender cell down there, we can replace that with the interface as well, which will be very dandy. Okay, so let's see how those guys are going. The main thing is redstone, you know, we need lots of redstone. We have all of those. So this guy goes somewhere. We'll put it here for now. Okay, how about that? And then we use the cell workbench, and we can grab 10 things from... Well, let's start with blaze rods and what was the other thing? Pearls. So pearls and blaze rods. Okay, we put a compression card in there for blaze rods. And then ender pearls get compressed to pearl blocks. Can they go backwards? They cannot. Oh, they can. So the pearls we can compress as well. Okay. So then up here we'll make an IO port. Is there an extended version? There is. That goes in the crystal assembler. what this will do is it will help us manage our disks so we can pull things from the system. So let's say these pearls we want to pull from our system into the disks. So we put that in, all 5,200 pearls. 5,300 pearls just went in here. Okay, and we can put that in there. Same thing with the blaze rods. And we set a priority of 200 on these. Because this has a higher priority of these guys, instead of it going into our normal cells, it'll go into these bulk storage cells instead. All right, let's go ahead and look at these guys and how we want to deal with that. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick some things like diamonds, piglet hearts, aldemadium, Certus quartz. We could do 10 things. Those guys steal nether quartz. Let's do redstone instead of the steel for now. And we do this. So this chest should now be mostly empty. So all the things we put in there went inside of our bulk storages because this is part of our system. So when we put in the IO port, it pulled things from here because of the storage bus on there. But the new stuff coming in is also going in here. So we'll have to deal with that. We'll have another interface. And some acceleration parts. Let's make another 1 million in the fluid cell housing. And this one will be for honey. Okay. So we can get rid of this. And put the interface there. Which is not connected to that, so we need a flux cable. Okay, so we have that honey going into our cell now. And then on the bottom, we will put an importer. We want to import that, those 9 things. Stars. So see, even though I only have 5, when I pick it up, it gives me 64 because the compressed versions just compress down, decompress. So all of these guys we're going to import. We'll put acceleration cards in there, and we'll also need capacity cards. Let's make 10 of those. Okay, so those guys will go into the interface. Now all of those things that we set up the bulk storage for will get imported. So let's cover this up, and we'll cover this, and we need some facades or cable anchors. And how about we keep a stack of glass in here? How about we keep a stack of glass in here? We can make the pattern for glass and a crafting card. And that'll make sure we always have 64. And the way we need to change this guy. Okay, so for the glass bottles, instead of barrel, we'll call it interface. And then from the crafter, let's do that for now. Here's the interface. And then instead of honey drawer, we'll call it interface as well. So honey will go to interface. That should be good. Still working. The glass bottles. Will keep ending up back here. So here from the crafter, we can make more bulk storage units, at least one more. And we'll use this one for the honey block. Do we need compression on this? We do not. Okay, so there's our honey thing. Now, instead of going from the crafter, to the barrel, we'll just go to the interface. So those guys should no longer be going there. Neither will the glass bottles. And if we check our redstone, you can't, the only problem with those compression things is you can't tell from your grid exactly how much you have. You have to go to your drive and look at redstone. So we only have 5,200 redstone right now. We need to pump up our redstone production because that's the main thing that's limiting us. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this episode. It was kind of discombobulated from coming back from my trip, but we did a few things, and I'll have a plan for next episode, and we'll get back in the groove of things. Thank you guys for your patience while I was gone, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.